Do you want to know the secret to having a insanely magnetic and contagious personality? Authenticity resonates at the highest frequency above all other emotions or states of mind, more than love, more than compassion, more than hate, more than anger. The actual secret is to live in alignment with your true purpose by being fully authentic. Therefore, desires, the aspirations that live within your heart can effortlessly become attracted to you. And most people don't even realize that they're living life in a way that is completely inauthentic to them. Create an identity that is founded upon something that is as stable as sand. I have my Bible right in front of me because I want to read to you guys a verse from James that stands so true to what I'm about to break down to you. James 1:6-8. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave in the sea, driven by the wind and tossed back and forth. For let not the man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I want you to meditate on that verse for a second and really break apart what that means for you. Authentically expressing yourself and your own uniqueness, the good and bad, even the parts of your personality in your life that you'd rather not confront, that you hate. It's in these depths of your psyche that will spring forth the answers that you're looking for. What are you consistently doing on a day-to-day basis to solidify a belief that you can in fact do anything and you can be anybody? These are the questions that I had to ask myself through grueling trial and error, falling face flat through purposeless, unmeaningful jobs, from relationships that didn't serve me at all, glorifying and idolizing status symbols that had nothing to do with who I even was. I felt smaller than everything around me. I was believing in trying to emulate other people's formula to success that I was completely negating my own individuality and own path that I was supposed to be carving for myself. For the first time in my life, and I can only speak about this because I've overcome it, I was so detached from reality. I was experiencing depersonalization. I literally thought there was something wrong neurologically with my brain. I'd be driving down the freeway with the same visual flurries every single day that I thought was normal. I come to now realize that it was a side effect of depersonalization disorder. See a semi-truck and would just wish it would just swerve a little bit into my lane just so it would take me out, guys. So awful. I self-sabotage so many things in my life, my relationships, my health, hygiene. I was experiencing suicidal ideation because I hated myself so much. I was measuring myself based on results, which I wasn't getting. I used to be heavily addicted to marijuana. I used to smoke every single day, morning, evening, while I was at work, while I was driving, before I went to sleep, first thing when I woke up. And it wasn't until I started to realize that completely negated the power of simply focusing on the day at hand, the small micro steps that accumulate into massive change. Matthew 6:25-34. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, about your body, what you will wear. Look at the birds of the air. Your heavenly Father feeds them. Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for each day has enough trouble of its own. When I was in complete disalignment with what I truly wanted for myself in life, I was working a job that I absolutely hated. I was driving a 2001 Toyota Camry with clear coat failure, absolutely covering front to back. And I would carry my supplies a block away from where my clients were located at because I was so embarrassed. I was so in disalignment with who I was and who I wanted to be that I couldn't even lie to myself and delude myself to be successful in anything I did. My own inability to be authentic with my own beliefs And the lies that I was telling myself every single day perpetually led to a lack of integrity, which reflected back to other people, and I bet they sensed it. Integrity is one and the same as authenticity. Most people think that in order to confront the areas of their life and their psyche that are uncomfortable means to pity yourself or to hate who you are. What they need to start figuring out is who they even are. You don't have to hate yourself in order to be better, but you do have to have some level of standard to live up to. Everybody has goals, everybody has aspirations, but what are your standards? What do you deem as non-negotiable? What pitfalls do you fall into willingly? Because everything that you get from the world is an exact reflection of who you are. Yes, there is going to be instances and circumstances that are beyond your control, but what is always in your control is your character and how you respond to any situation. Why it's so important to at least stand for something. Profess your faith to something. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for everything. You will keep self-sabotaging yourself and divert the blessings that were meant for you because you simply do not want to do the shadow work that it takes before you reach that true success, that purpose that you were meant for. If you're somebody who is trying to become a world-class athlete, but in your heart, you know that you actually just enjoy music, you actually want to be an artist secretly. Or who knows, you might really enjoy training dogs for a living. I'm just spitballing examples here. But when you're not living in alignment to your true self, you will start encountering obstacles that you will choose to escape rather than transurf and overcome. That's a sign that you need to change. You need to figure out and be so insanely specific about who you want to be and the person that you currently are, lest you become a drifter and you just simply embody the identity of everybody else. Somebody whose mind is absent will forever treat life with a whim, will be carried back and forth from circumstance to circumstance, and will feel like the universe is happening to them instead of for them. Everything of this world is fake. And that's no exaggeration. Why is degeneracy the standard? It's so common for people to have some kind of vice. Don't be fooled. This world wants to convince you that what is common and what is normal to other people, this pure degeneracy that you are supposed to follow, everyone having a vice of some kind, men chasing women, choosing pleasure over purpose, time and time again, solidifying poor habits and just completely defacing the image that you were made by God. And that's a whole other reflection of what they persistently think about and what they place their focus on. Unless you don't believe that there is a creator, which that's a whole topic in it for a different video in itself. There's a constant battle for your own attention to mold you into a certain kind of person, and this is all intentional. You are the exception. Therefore, you have to separate yourself from the majority of people. The majority of people don't even know what they want. They don't even know what honesty even is because they are not honest with themselves. The only way to circumvent all of it, improve slightly, marginally. You don't have to completely overhaul everything that you're doing just to get closer to the vision that you have for yourself. Let it take its course and simply trust the process. Trust in your own ability to make minute adjustments to your way of thinking. Because I promise you, there are flaws in every single method of thought. Action is not attainable by human means because we've never experienced it before. Then what is the whole meaning or what is the purpose that you're supposed to be striving for? You actually are supposed to be striving for perfection. But see, the thing is, just because you will never reach it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. That right there is cowardice. The more you live authentically and true to yourself, the more bold you will become, the more clarity you will have with every aspect of your life, the more magnetic your personality will be. This new charisma will spring forth like you've never seen before. And it'll look like overnight success to other people. They will see how you've changed and wonder why it takes certain people decades in order to reach your level, and somehow you're just attracting it with ease. The law of authenticity. If you have stayed all the way to the end of this video, bro, God has something in store for you that surpasses anything beyond what you could have ever imagined, because you are on the path to greatness. You are on the path to success, and you are feeding yourself the correct information that is going to bring you closer to that ultimate goal. And for that reason, you and I are one and the same. Everything is just a mere reflection of who you are. Love y'all. I'll catch you in the next video.